Welcome to Imagining Biodiverse Futures and Weaving Living Stories. So why biodiverse and living stories? I think when we say biodiverse, we usually think about tree species or, animal species. But I think in this case, we're also talking about biodiverse humans. Bukan tertakluk kepada kita punya kerja yang dengan konservasi saja atau hutan atau lautan, tetapi spectrum, the human spectrum, supaya kita tidak stuck dalam this or that or black or white, but there's this diversity of ways of being. And so the mapping, of course, connects to that, where we map ourselves, our homes. How do we belong? Someone did a map of your country and say, you come from here. You see what I mean? So it's turning that narrative around to say, I am here. This is where I'm located. This is my life. So it's about our own agency. And so then that connects to the weaving of your stories, our stories, coming from this new sense of the biodiverse landscape. I think this is going to connect to the Against the Map session. So if you have a map, say la map of Sabah kan, then someone mapped that map. I don't know who mapped that map. Who did the Sabah map? The Borneo map? Probably the British. Probably. Okay, so that map, they told you that's your map, that's your home. So this whole idea with Against the Map, and this particular line of questioning is you doing your own map. Buat peta diri sendiri, kehidupan sendiri. That's why these questions. So start thinking about that, because it's connecting to session 1. Okay? So ini macam kamu mau start proses membuat peta sendiri. Who we are, who are you, where are you, okay? So if you feel like kau asal di mana, itu tempat asal kau. How do we belong? You say, oh, we belong because bergenerasi sudah saya di sini. But it doesn't have to be tempat kamu punya tempat adat. You can say, ada tempat baru yang kau panggil home, okay? You see what I mean? Where do we belong? How do we locate ourselves in society?
My name is Noel dari Pinampang. So who we are, where we are, how do we belong, where do we belong, how do we locate ourselves in society? I think based on that 5 untuk 5 itu. So based on my personal map, I think growing up, I felt that I've been like in most of the... Growing up, I did not grow just in Sabah. My dad transfers a lot from his work, and then I decided to stay in Sabah after I finished my studies. I've been like in everywhere. I saw a lot, like, but I think I really do belong where I'm now. I am now here, saya di sini. I grew up with a family of, on the left, if I enter my house, on the left is the house where my parents reside. On the right is the house where my grandparents are. So there's Catholic and the traditional religion, which brought me growing up in the daytime with a grandmother who is practicing bobohizan, spiritual, and on the left is at night with my parents who are Catholics. So I grew up balancing both, and being around the world after my grandmother passed away, around the Semenanjung
West.
West, or there West. I got to know like many more other connections. But I really felt like when I was moving around in Semenanjung that the connection are very thin until I set foot and place my roots back to the root where I'm from. So that's me.